नमस्कार दोस्तों और जय हिंद। आप सभी को स्वागत है इन माय चैनल 1971 वॉर बुक सीरीज। आज हम बात करेंगे 1971 के जंग के एक लेजेंडरी हीरो के बारे में जो भारतीय फौज के 14 गार्ड्स के डेल्टा कंपनी के कमांडर थे और उन्होंने बांग्लादेश की आजादी के लड़ाई में बैटल ऑफ ढलाई, बैटल ऑफ गंगासागर और टुंगी, ढाका के क्लोज टुंगी एरिया में एक जबरदस्त एम्बुश करके पाकिस्तानी फौज को धूल चटाया था इन द बैटलफील्ड, इंक्लूडिंग बीइंग एन एक्सपर्ट in the 106 mm RCL gun, and after the war he had also served as an instructor in the Infantry School at Mhow, और उसके बाद he commanded a unit and had also served in the Siachen Glacier area. His battalion, the 14 Guards, had also earned the Paramveer Chakra in the Battle of Gangasagar. Let's welcome Colonel Sajjan Kundu to our program today. Could you tell me how you actually joined the Indian Armed Forces and got commissioned in the Brigade of the Guards?
Yeah, I was a student of science in agriculture before joining armed forces, and I got commissioned on 2nd August 64 directly into Guards.
Okay.
And after 1 year in the center tenure, then I joined 7 Guards.
7 Guards.
In 65. In 65.
Okay.
And participated in 1960 war on Bhutan border.
Okay, on the Bhutan border. Okay.
When China had given 3 days ultimatum to India, to vacate from Bhutan, I said, hell with you. We are going to be here only.
Okay, so did you see any action against the Chinese in Bhutan, sir?
No, they just only, I think, as they are doing now, they cannot fight a war. They only, I think, try and find out some vulnerable area and then do a lot of all these things, threatening and whatnot.
Okay.
They cannot fight a war. They have not fought a war in last 2-3 decades.
Right.
Now.
So, in Bhutan, where were you posted at that time?
We were on Dharanga border. Okay. Dharanga border near Guwahati.
Okay.
Near Guwahati, and we had our defenses dug already in Bhutan, but we did not occupy it.
Okay.
China had given all this that you vacate entire thing. So we also equally, I think, threatened them. And with you, we are going to be here only.
Okay, understood. So after that action, you must, I mean, at that time you were a captain or a second lieutenant, sir?
I was a second lieutenant.
Second lieutenant.
I got commissioned in 64 and 65 I was a second lieutenant.
Okay. So after that, did you serve anywhere else, like maybe, because I heard that the 14 Guards, I mean, 14 Guards was raised much later on, but did you serve in any counter-insurgency operations or any other action?
Now, after insurgency operations, we came back to Ambala.
Okay.
Thereafter, after a year stay in Ambala, I got posted in headquarters 3 Div in Ladakh.
Okay.
As a staff captain.
Okay.
And then in 1971, before the war, this alien was changed to 14 Guards.
Okay.
14 Guards is a new unit, and it was only I battalion. It was made into a standard infantry battalion just before war, and that's why I got inducted into 14 Guards. And I'm very fortunate to have been posted because of that I saw 1971 war.
Okay. And as I know that you were a major in 71.
I became major when I joined.
Okay.
14 Guards.
Achha, sir. And did you command any company, sir? Like in the Guards?
Yeah, I commanded straightway. I was given Delta Company.
Okay.
And I commanded during war also, Delta Company.
So, could you tell me a bit about like
from joining the 14 Guards to your deployment in Bangladesh area, I mean in the border area close to Bangladesh, how was it? A small experience of that,
It
sir.
was very hectic for us because the new battalion getting trained for a all-out war with Pakistan. It was not a easy thing, and our commanding officer, Brigadier Channa, Colonel Channa, then. So we went all out to train our boys, so that even also inducting into before war we had I think small war in Battle of Dhalai, and
Okay.
then we moved to Agartala, just on the border of East Pakistan. You can say right opposite Akhoda.
Okay. So, did you see any action in the Battle of Dhalai?
Yeah, I was in those days a sport company commander, and I was part of that. I think supporting all the actions with the motors and MMGs and whatnot.
Okay. Um, so, after that, you were deployed in Agartala area. Uh, I think.
Agartala, right opposite East Pakistan.
Mhm.
You can say Akhoda sector, or you can say from our side Agartala sector.
Agartala sector. Okay. So, exactly where in Agartala, sir?
Agartala, I think main Agartala, I think somewhere on the left of that. Forgotten. But we were, I think, a few kilometers away from the border.
Okay. So, how was the preparation of your unit before, I mean, deploying in the Battle of Gangasagar? Because that was the next action, I
Uh,
guess. And did you
yeah,
train the
we
Mukti
are
Bahini, sir? Take part in training the Mukti
Mukti,
Bahini?
Mukti Bahini. I think uh, even before we moved to Agartala, we were in Mizoram and Dimagiri area, where Chakmas are the mostly populated there. And
Okay.
here onwards, we started getting weapons and whatnot, and Mukti Bahini was also co-opted with us.
Okay.
And started, I think, few months before the actual war took place.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you were training them as well.
Yeah, we were training and they were very helpful during actual conduct
Okay.
because they knew the terrain ins and out,
Mm-hmm.
which we had not seen it earlier. So they were quite helpful to us.
Okay. So after that, I mean, how was your preparation for the Battle of Gangasagar? Like you were a company commander though,
We were
and
assigned the task. We were assigned the task to capture Gangasagar railway station and the surrounding area.
hmm.
So we continued on stand model training and toughening of the troops, firing also on the ranges and all that, and
Okay.
also digging some uh, fortifications, making some fortification along the border, just sort of the border. We were very, I think, eager to go immediately on that.
Mm-hmm.
So we prepared very hard for that, and we were ready to go in.
Okay. And I think it was Alpha and Bravo company who took part in the assault. So you being the Delta company commander, what was your task, sir, in that battle?
Yeah, my task was in second phase.
Okay.
First phase was two assaulting company, Alpha and Bravo, uh, which they did initial break-in,
Mm-hmm.
and my role, my company was in second phase to get into the surrounding areas of Gangasagar, clearing that. That was my role given to me.
Okay, so you were meant to just cross the border and join with these two companies, or you had already joined, or you were
We will
about to cross.
yeah, let me explain. I think before much before the war started or we went in, a lot of briefing took place by General Officer Commanding and even Air Force Chief came in Agartala to address all the officers.
Mm-hmm.
And he assured us, gentlemen, after 3 days you will not see a single aircraft of Pakistan into air. That was quite assuring.
Okay.
And then We were just ready to get into the East Pakistan, waiting for the orders.
Mm-hmm. Got it, got it. Okay. So that was like, I mean, that must have been pretty motivating because, I mean, enemy air strikes could actually cause a lot of damage to ground troops. And if they were not present, so that could be a lot of help for you.
Yeah, because a lot of help and they were on mostly defensive posture. If
Mm-hmm.
enemy is on offensive posture, then they can do some damage. But if you already taken defensive posture, we were on the offensive,
Mm-hmm.
so we did lot of damage even before the war started. Pro
Right.
Mukti Bahini.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. So, I mean, you didn't take part in the main action of Gangasagar, but how was, I mean, Alpha and Bravo companies cleared most of it, and you joined later on. So, how was everything there? Could you tell me a bit about that?
That is forming up places. When the two assaulting company goes, we were in a little behind and waiting for our next phase. And that, let me tell you, it was a unique in the military history to attack a objective in file formation along the railway lines. Two
Mm-hmm.
company, one left, one right of the railway lines.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been very disastrous also.
Mm-hmm.
What planning was done by higher commander that we attack frontally. But we, the company commanders and commanding officers, we decided later that no, it will be suicidal because area in front of railway station was marshy and we could have been sitting duck.
Okay.
So it was, and we achieved surprise. We infiltrated into a jungle close to the railway station on, on you
Okay.
can say first night only.
Mm-hmm.
First night only. Second night in that jungle, 14 kilometer inside uh, the East Pakistan. Enemy is not knowing. Probably they must be sleeping or something.
Mm-hmm.
And second August, we lied Dogo in that jungle without any, you can say, giving any clue or presence to the enemy. And we went on the railway line also, through the railway line to recce the exact layout of the stations.
Mm-hmm.
And there we saw this railway people of East Pakistan. They were pushing a wagon
Mm-hmm.
manually. So we found out that yes, both side, left and side of the track is mine free. There has
Okay.
been no mine. So we got lot of assurance
Mm-hmm.
this way that yeah, we must attack in file formation uh, across both the sides of the railway line, right up to the railway station.
Got it, sir. So, I mean, the absence of mines is very important for infantry to move in. So it must have been a
Yeah, of
really
course,
great
quite
achievement.
assuring, and I think give us a lot of confidence also.
Hmm. So, after the Battle of Gangasagar was, I mean, after it was over, your battalions suffered a lot of casualties, of course. So after that, I mean, the actual war started. So what was your task in the battalion at that time till the end of the war? Could you tell me a bit about that, sir?
Yeah, because since I was not in assaulting company at that time, I
Mm-hmm.
was given the role to lead the battalion's advance in breakout phase of the war. Gangasagar was break-in period for the entire formations, and thereafter breakout starts.
Mm-hmm.
Breakouts means you go on offensive and start marching towards your ultimate goal.
Okay.
So my company led from there onward right up to Dhaka in a
Mm-hmm.
lead role.
Okay. So, I mean, from Gangasagar, you had, I mean, just it was a mostly of, I mean, what I can say, on foot. Your company had gone there, right, sir?
Of course, on foot,
On foot.
because it was, I think, marshy area also, and uh, we always went not on the main axis, but from the left side of Khora. uh, thereafter, of some time, we encountered Meghna River.
Okay.
And it is again, I say, unique in the history that entire battalion, with the guidance of Mukti Vahini, we crossed Meghna River in country boats.
Okay.
Throughout the night, carried on along with the weapons, men, and material. And we carried even RCL gun, 106 RCL gun, which is quite heavy,
Mm-hmm.
on man pack,
Mm-hmm.
and carried till Dhaka. And thereafter, in between, we used it also as a sport weapon.
Where did you use these RCL guns, sir?
Pardon, say again.
Where did you use these RCL guns, these 106 RCL guns?
Yeah, I'm coming on that. And once we crossed Meghna River, early morning, the whole battalion was other side of the Meghna. And again, I took the lead role of the battalion and started marching. And because Mukti Bahini has taken us from a safe route, we always went behind the enemy and surprised them so that on the main axis, the main force which is coming, their job become easier. And enemy get nerve when see some enemy has come at your back.
Okay.
So during that advance, we were heading towards the main railway line, Akoda to Dhaka, and on that there was a bridge, and it was the area known as Tungi Bridge.
Tongi Bridge.
Tungi Bridge. Tungi Bridge, and once we went ahead of that jungle, we were fired upon by the enemy and probably maybe MMG long range of the Pakistan army. And we came back to the jungle because ahead of us in the entire area was waterlogged and only we could see the railway line and the bridge part of it.
Okay.
I reported the matter to my tiger, uh, that is a commanding officer, and he ordered me capture that bridge immediately.
Okay.
Now here comes the role of a leading company commander, you can say a mature company commander. And I went back to the commanding officer. Sir, it is not possible to capture during daytime.
Okay.
We, how can we advance through the bridge in a waterlogged area, 2-3 feet on the ground all round? And if we take position, we'll drown. If we start marching, we'll be sitting duck. Then he said, no, it is my order. Again, company commander's mature action. Sir, accept 100% casualty and I will do it. Then he said, hold on, I will get back to brigade commander and let you know.
Okay.
Brigade commander saw the point and he said, okay, capture it after last light. अंधेरा होने के बाद कैप्चर कर सकते हैं आप. Junior leadership also matters a lot during war. You cannot follow blindly because you are the first person to see the ground actually in front of you.
Right. Right.
Commanding officer and brigade commander, they are well behind.
Mm-hmm.
So they saw my point, they saw the logic, said, okay, capture it during dark hours.
Okay.
At that time, I sent one platoon under Captain or Lieutenant, at that time Lieutenant Bisla, young officer, who was earlier during daytime, said, sir, why don't you allow me to go?
Okay.
I said, hold on, hold on. So after last light, we captured, and before that, we softened the target with our RCL gun, direct hit on the bunkers, firing few rounds, and it was softened up exactly. Probably they must have withdrawn, and after last light, easily we captured. Thereafter, advance resumed.
Okay.
And we stayed on the bridge because by the time the whole battalion came towards that side, it was early morning.
Mm-hmm.
And early morning, one of the Sevadar or Rajakar of Pakistan Army came, I think, enjoying some tune and whatnot. He said, aha, I brought a lot of khana for you and whatnot. I said, okay, come closer, we'll see your khana also. So he was also captured and we got a lot of information. And during daytime, we resumed the advance towards Dhaka was still far off. Thereafter, there was hardly any opposition right up to Dhaka because On the front side, enemy was defeated like anything. And while going through another railway station, Narsingdi area, we resumed and we reached Dhaka, uh, I think around 10 o'clock on 16th of December.
Okay.
16th of December, we could not see the surrender ceremony, but we were the first, 14 was first battalion to get inducted in Dhaka, and we reached around 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock in new capital area. That new capital was being built up and it was lying vacant, so we were given the place to rest and refit in the new capital area for a day or so.
Okay. And how was the behavior of the local people towards you and the Indian Army, sir?
When we next morning we were given some different area. I got my locality of Mohammadpur area. My company moved there, and local people welcomed the both arms to us, and they said that real savior of Bengali population came now. And thereafter, I think before that, our Air Force and our paratroopers and other formations from other side of Dhaka, that is towards Calcutta side also, from north side also, sea side also.
Okay.
So there was a quite peace prevailed thereafter, and we didn't have to fire a single round because those who were army has surrendered, and those collaborators with the Pakistan army, they also understood. Mostly they were, I think, who went into East Pakistan from India only, and they also welcomed us. I said, keep away, don't come closer to us, you are a collaborator. So thereafter, we, I think, established the rule of law and peaceful environment, and people starting moving here and there without any problem.
Okay. Things were settled.
And one more incident I want to tell you that I went to their canteen, CSD canteen hota hai, and there I said we want certain grocery or something, or toiletry rather, and their GSU said, "Saab, aapka hi hai pura, le jao." I said, "No, we'll pay for it. We'll pay for it." While he was conversing us, he said, "Sir, hats off to your armed forces. Hats off to your leadership of officers of all three services. Give us that leadership. We can win any war in the world." That was the word of a JCO from Pakistan. It means
A Pakistani
somewhere Pakistan army was lacking leadership.
Right.
And one more incident when we captured Battle of Gangasagar. So I stayed there in I found out one of the room of their company commander. So I found his uniform, everything there, but I did not find his lungi. So probably he must have run away from there.
Okay. Right. I mean,
So Pakistan army was lacking leadership quality in their office.
right. And I think that is why they lost the war mostly because
That's why they lost, and they were, I think, surrounded from all sides, from air, from ground, from sea, and whatnot, and everything. I think even world appreciated the role of Indian Armed Forces because victorious army can do so much of damage. With military history also reveals all that. Indian Army did not do any damage to anybody. We protected their civilians. We protected their property. Even some of their kith and kin who asked for help, we recovered their identity by digging the graves. Old people, and they could see, yeah, he's our papa, he's our all that. From lungi they could find out, or from their denture make out because some of the bodies have got rotten up. So we did a lot of things, and we ensured, and and that's why got even still people that Indian Army's victorious army can do no damage.
So, sir, these were mass grave areas जहाँ पे आप गए थे for digging up these bodies.
Yeah, mass grave area. I cannot remember those names, and Indian Armed Forces were so respected. People used to come give us one soldier of yours. We want to find out, locate some of our nears and dears. I said no. Minimum has to be 4 or 5. No, he said give us one. So much of respect had got into Pakistani people, or you can say Bangladeshi people. Bangladesh name was given later.
Right, right. Back then it was East Pakistan. Now it is Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Right, sir. And that was like victory for the entire 14 guards. You received the,
Yeah, of course, new battalion. I think we got a lot of praise from armed forces, including the chief and whatnot. And even John Maniksa had come to see us in new capital area. He gathered all officers and from other formations also.
Okay.
And he was quite, I think, happy to see all that. And he asked one of the youngster that how much service you have. He said, sir, not even 1 month.
Okay.
I'm lucky you are. You are getting 3 medals in less than 1 year service. Eastern Star and then Singram medal and then one more medal. So that way he was very jovial also.
Okay.
And he was, I think, later on proved that he was a best commander-in-chief, or you can say chief of the army staff.
Right, right. That was
We
General
need
Manik.
such people now also. We need such people also. You must have seen a movie of Sam Bahadur.
Right, right, right. I
Okay, he has refused Indira Gandhi's also that I will capture, you can say East Pakistan at the time of my own choosing.
Exactly.
Give me time. Stateway cannot be. He said stateway. And he carried his resignation letter into his pocket. If things worse come, I will resign also.
Right.
So Prime Minister saw the point and said, okay, General, take your time. And he proved that what he meant was right.
Also, sir, could you tell me a bit about this was victory. The war was over. So, could you tell me a bit about your more of your duties before your battalion was being pulled out from Bangladesh?
Yeah, we were de-inducted after a month only.
Okay.
So was the other battalion also gracefully and whatnot. We were first one to get into Dhaka. We were first one to move out also.
Okay.
And what I can tell you that that training matters a lot. Junior leadership role also matters a lot in war when the entire force is spread up over a few kilometers. So I would only advise and advising also whenever I go back to the 14 guards doing something. Like a junior leader, don't forget that you also mean some business at some time.
Right.
Okay, you can convey that whatever orders you have got, that it is not feasible. Please listen to me also, and people will appreciate your guts.
Right.
So I proved that one of the points during war, and saved a lot of casualties. And even that Lieutenant Bisla now is a colonel, retired. So he says, I am alive because of you only.
Right.
Otherwise, I think blindly said.
I actually met him in Dhaka in 2023. He was the part of the delegation that.
Yeah. I went to Dhaka on a mission. We were 30 veterans and 22 December. I've been there.
Okay.
Stayed in Radisson Hotel
And this was in
Sheikh
sir,
Hasina.
which year?
22 December 22.
December 22. Okay.
December 22 and staying in Radisson Hotel. And we were welcome. We given a lot of, you can say, their defense minister also met us. And he says, if we are alive today as a respectable citizen of this country, it's because of Indian Army, Indian Armed Forces, and Madam Indira Gandhi.
Right.
Openly they say. that if you had not been there, you would have remained as a best citizen.
Right. I mean, that is how they convey their gratitude. That yeah, Indian Army
Yeah, no,
helped
of
them a
course,
lot.
of course,
Yeah.
of course.
So
And we pulled out before we gave us a guard of honor also to Tajuddin Ahmed, who was appointed as a acting prime minister at that time.
right.
We gave a guard of honor to him and then we escorted him towards the Rashtrapati Bhavan and all that. So I think it was pride, great pride for all of us. To a young battalion
Mhm.
who was not even 3 years old by the time we became victorious. So it's a rare example that a new battalion, which was only, I think, equipped with the light arms for counterinsurgency role, getting into heavier weapons, and within 4 5 months we have to do everything.
And one Paramveer
We
Chakra,
all
sir.
Paramveer Chakra, Veer Chakra, and Veer Chakra, Paramveer Chakra, Veer Chakra, Sena Medal, and many mentioned dispatches.
Many,
You
right.
can say that. So quite credit to us, and I think whatever formation it is, your leadership counts a lot.
Absolutely, sir.
To win anything, even in civil also, leadership counts.
Right, sir. I mean, leadership matters a lot.
Leadership matters a lot in whatever form it is.
So, sir, after your Bangladesh tenure, um, you had stayed in the Indian Army for a much considerable time. So, how was life after that? Like, did you take part in, I mean, any operations or anything like that?
Immediately after that, we went back to Mizoram,
Mizoram. Okay.
and Mizoram, our role in stabilizing the Mizoram insurgency quite a lot also, before the war and after the war also.
Okay.
And after the war, we came back to Kanpur for a peaceful tenure. My wife joined me first time
Okay.
in Kanpur, and we stayed only 2 years, then moved the western sector in Punch,
Punch. Okay.
Nangi Tekri area, which was captured during 71 only. We did not hand over back to Pakistan.
Right.
There another 2 years, and thereafter I moved to Infantry School Mhow as an instructor class B in RCL gun only.
Okay.
We carried out right up to Dhaka.
Acha, 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 acha.
So
So you gave instruction, I mean, you were an instructor on these RCL guns.
RCL gun for 3 years. We used to teach only even foreign students also.
Okay, so you were a major
Yes,
even at that time.
I was major also at that time because in those days, uh, even when I picked up my rank as a Lieutenant Colonel Commander of Unit in Punch Sector, LOC area, and as a Lieutenant Colonel, thereafter 2 years again promoted to full Colonel in situ, in situation only, so that I don't have to command again, command in the same tenure only. So, lot of experience handling the troops and whatnot, 4 years command
Right.
of the unit in 3 places, LOC, Punch area, 3 years in Delhi, and 6 months on Siachen Glacier.
Oh, you served in Siachen as well, sir.
Yeah, but I was moved before the unit went there. We vacated entire Siachen area.
Okay.
And Army commander said, "You have to move out." मैंने कहा, why now?
Right.
I trained the battalion for Siachen Glacier. Why move now?
And now you were commanding which unit, sir? It was
Seven guards. Came back to 7 guards.
okay.
Yeah.
7 guards. Back to 7 guards, and this was in Siachen.
Yeah, because I got liaised with the 2 battalion, war experience with 14, stayed long time for 13 years, and 7 guards as a youngster, and thereafter command.
Okay. And 6 months in Siachen. Okay. That is
6 months in Siachen reconnaissance area only. I only told the army commander that, sir, okay, ठीक है, as per the order, interest of Indian Army, But we don't want any officer from outside now to take over. One of my own 2IC has to command this. Please don't get any officer from outside now.
Okay.
It may not be good also. He agreed. And my 2IC was given a local rank and he commanded Delhi in Siachen. And I moved out. That was that.
Okay. And you retired from service in which year, sir?
I retired from service 31st December 94
94.
after I think 30 years and 5-6 months.
Okay.
But satisfying. And thereafter I did not sit idle also. I did a lot of work in civil, ex-serviceman league and whatnot,
Mm.
war widows and all that. I even grooming youngster to join armed forces through, you can say, going to the SSB.
SSB.
And my tally is about 25 officer,
Okay.
2 years tenure of mine. So now I'm relaxing, gone past 80, seniors, super senior citizen, you can say.
Right, sir. I mean, you helped so many
My
people.
my son is a naval aviator,
Okay.
Captain Vijender Kundu. My daughter is also married to an army officer. So we are quite happy all round.
So your entire family is, I mean, it is having a military background. It's a wonderful.
Military background, of course. My father was in Second World War.
Second World War. Okay.
4 5 years, 39 to 45. Thereafter, I think world was over, and because of you can say what they have said, reducing the strength of army.
Right, right.
They started retiring people,
Mhm.
so we came back home. But with a lot of experience, and because of that, I'm sitting in front of you. But I am because of my father and mother also.
And in which area did he serve, sir? Your father?
In which area?
Did he serve
Which area?
during World War II?
He was in Karachi, and thereafter went the other side also.
Okay.
But he was a great brain. He was a, you can say, sepoy
Sepoy.
in EME,
Okay.
and thereafter he came back home and got a lot of experience, and he gave me good education.
Right.
He sent me. SR is not a good place in those days. Now it is having 3 universities. So he sent me to Ludhiana, BSc Agriculture.
Okay.
And I was doing MSc previous year in soil chemistry.
Mhm.
Thereafter, after 62 war, now everybody were enthusiastic to get into armed forces. I got into it.
Right, right. It is actually a very glorious career in the Indian Armed Forces that you have and your
Yeah,
entire
of course.
family
And
has.
after retirement also.
Right.
After retirement also, I think I didn't sit idle. I did not sit idle. I ran one hotel management also.
Mhm.
The Hotel Management and Tourism Institute for about 5 6 years.
Okay.
More than 100 people they got the job now, serving abroad also.
Okay.
So, but I got it from armed forces. I did the hotel management and tourism course, postgraduate diploma. I
Mhm.
give it back wherever I can.
Right. That is also a service to the nation, sir. Like even after retirement,
Service to
you.
the nation. Service to the nation. And also, we in Haryana, in SR, we are doing a lot for ex-servicemen, their pension problem. People are getting married after leaving the army after 15 years.
Mhm.
Getting married, their documentation is not then record. Their he dying, his wife is not getting pension because record is not complete.
Okay.
So liaison with sarpanches and judicial people who are not preparing all the documents, sending to the record, and also speaking to Allahabad pension, CDA pensions, and getting the pension done. So that job also done it for about 5-6 years.
Right, right. Right, sir.
Quite satisfying life, and I can't ask better thing from the gods now. Hale and hearty.
Right.
So because of genetic effect, I am slimming down,
Hmm.
but no pain in the body. I do walking morning, evening, eating, sleeping, and
Being
chit
fit.
chatting with people.
Being fit
Ah,
is also
remaining
good.
fit. Definitely.
Right, sir.
Being fit is also. You're also looking very fit.
Yes, sir. I do
Continue,
exercise and everything. I do.
continue like this. Only continue routine.
Hmm.
Don't get extra fat, which most of the people are getting.
Right.
Getting into comfort zone.
Hmm.
Don't get into comfort zone.
Right, sir.
comfort zone में नहीं जाना चाहिए. Okay.
That is what I can say. As you might have heard, that my own father was in the Mukti Bahini and he fought the war.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
being an
yeah.
Indian,
We
like,
interacted. We interacted with lot of Mukti Bahini people who later on become regular, and many of them they retired as a major general or something.
right.
They are so nice. They invited the entire mission of ours, of about 70 people,
Hmm.
30 veterans, 30 their spouses, and few regular officers also, major general and
Right.
whatnot, to lead us. So the ex-servicemen association called us for a dinner in a private house.
Hmm. I
A
went there
private house,
last year, that same house where you had gone. The delegation every year
and
goes at that
everything
house.
was laid out. Yeah, everything was laid out there, including drinks. Very good. कहते हैं हम अपने घर में कुछ भी करें.
Hmm.
Why should anybody interfere?
Right.
And we were duly escorted. You must be aware also.
Hmm.
Duly escorted by their officer, lady officers, and what. So we developed good relations. Definitely. मजाक मजाक में तो कुछ भी कह सकते हैं.
Right, sir.
And they were responding, and we were done. Because army, you know, the ladies get on one side and whatnot. So we didn't allow that. We were talking to them and whatnot.
Right. At
अच्छा
least.
लगा for 5 days, 5 days tenure in Dhaka.
Hmm.
New Dhaka is beautiful. New Dhaka is beautiful. And old one is as our Chandni Chowk is there in Delhi.
Right, right. It is very crowded.
Lot of rickshaw pullers are also there
Yeah,
in
yeah.
outskirts of Dhaka.
Right, right.
Rickshaw pullers, paddle rickshaw and whatnot.
Paddle rickshaws.
So there is a poverty, but Sheikh Hasina has done a lot.
Hmm.
They have done a lot for last you can say 15 years. Now I think 16th year is running,
16 years ago.
and it's because of our ex-service officer being invited to Dhaka every year, 25, 30 people,
Right.
and India is also reciprocating. We started this in 2005. They did not respond. The moment Sheikh Hasina came in 2008, she started reciprocating.
Right.
So
This is
you
actually
went along with that.
yes, sir. This is actually a
You
very
went along with the mission.
joint venture of both the countries, I guess. That you also.
Both countries, hopefully, I think we should be in the same, you can say, cooperations and development and whatnot.
Right.
It is beneficial for Bangladesh also.
So it's a real honor, sir, talking to you and finally meeting you. Uh, talking
Thank
to you,
you.
over the phone, sir. It's really nice, and it's my
Yeah.
pleasure.
Thank
My
you.
thanks talking
Yeah,
to
yeah.
you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I hope it is useful for you, whatever
It
I
is,
talk.
sir. It is actually useful for the entire nation. What you are talking
Yeah,
about,
okay.
so that people get to know about what you and your battalion did.
Yeah, correct. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, so nice of you, and good to interact with you. You are a nice person.
Thank
You
you,
are a
sir.
nice youngster.
I'm taking
And I
interest
think
in
this
these
there is
things,
some.
sir. This is also like my. This is very much that interests me a lot.
Yeah,
Right.
correct, definitely. Okay, then.
Okay then, sir.
All the best to you. All the best to
to you,
you.
sir. All the best to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye,
Thank you, sir. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind, Jai Guru.
Very good.